Tonight we have something truly spine-chilling in store for you. We're diving into the story about Ghost Truck Stop. Make sure to stay till the end because shocking twist that you won't see coming. Before we begin, make sure you've locked the doors, turned down the lights, put your headphone on, and braced yourself for an experience that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community of thrill seekers and horror enthusiasts. Welcome to the nightmarish realm of creepy chronicles where your deepest fears come to life. In the dead of winter, the night was as cold and unforgiving as the icy wind that whipped across the empty highways. The year was 2014, and two men brothers in arms, bonded by service and the promise of a brighter future, set off on a journey that should have been filled with excitement and anticipation. Instead, it became a nightmarish tale they would never forget. Their destination was Lafayette, Indiana, where one of them, a proud military man, was about to embark on a new chapter of his life. Wedding. Accompanying him was his best man, equally committed to ensuring the journey was smooth. But the odds were stacked against them from the start. It was 1 a.m. on a frigid January night, and the weather had turned malevolent. Temperatures plummeted into the negative double digits, making the long 800-mile drive from Camp Lejeune in North Carolina to Indiana even more treacherous. As they neared Indianapolis, the duo faced an unforeseen dilemma. They were running dangerously low on gas, and their wallets were empty. The main interstates, choked by the relentless storm, were shut down, forcing them to veer off onto desolate back roads in search of fuel. The snow-covered landscape was eerily quiet, save for the howling wind and the crunch of tires on ice. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they stumbled upon a small, isolated truck stop. It was the only beacon of light in the endless darkness, but something about it seemed off. The truck stop was almost deserted save for a single, ominous-looking truck blacked out, with no visible markings. The men exchanged uneasy glances but had no choice but to proceed. Inside the truck stop they found a cozy, if somewhat outdated, diner. A lone truck driver sat at the counter, sipping his coffee, while a waitress and cook busied themselves with their mundane tasks. Desperation drove the best man to approach the trucker, explaining their situation and hoping for a small loan to get them to Indianapolis. The trucker, a grizzled man with a kind demeanor, listened intently before offering them a cup of coffee. They talked for half an hour, the tension easing slightly as the warmth of the coffee took the edge off the cold. The trucker handed them a crisp $20 bill, enough to fill their tank and continue their journey. Grateful beyond words, they thanked the man, promising to return and repay his kindness once they reached the bank in Indianapolis. The trucker nodded, a knowing smile on his lips, and they parted ways. Morning broke as they arrived in Indianapolis, and true to their word, they withdrew cash and made their way back to the truck stop. But as they pulled into the lot, what they saw chilled them to the bone. The once welcoming diner was now a boarded-up relic, its windows shattered and the door hanging off its hinges. The entire place looked like it had been abandoned for decades, the trucker's mysterious rig nowhere in sight. Confused and shaken, they spotted a police officer parked nearby and decided to ask him what had happened. When they recounted their experience from just a few hours earlier, the officer simply chuckled, a glint of something unreadable in his eyes. "Oh, you met the ghost of 3, he said with a casual shrug. The men stared at him in disbelief. The officer explained that the diner had been closed for 25 years, its last occupants having died in a tragic accident. Some say that on particularly cold nights, the diner reappears, a fleeting glimpse of the past where lost souls can still find warmth and companionship. Realizing they had just conversed with the dead, the men left the ghostly truck stop, their minds racing with the impossible truth. The wedding still awaited them, but this encounter would forever haunt their memories, a chilling reminder that some places are never truly abandoned, and some debts can never be repaid. If you found this video scary, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Your support means the world to me and helps keep the content coming.